You got user it. User it, trust me. Interception! Bruh, see, it just happened to me. What's going on, everybody? It's the man, the myth, the legend, the beast, and Bro 16 here, and welcome to my interception montage where I show you guys some of the best interceptions I've got in Madden Ultimate Team, as well as how to get them. Interceptions, they are fun. And I mean, just seeing that screen turn around every time your opponent throws the ball, it's just so funny. You can't help but laugh and just get excited because it's such a momentum boost that you just feel invincible. Now, of course, you know, one of the main things that you need to have in order to get interception is great corners, but what exactly defines a great corner? And I see it all the time. I see a lot of people with high-rated corners, but that don't know quite how to use them exactly. And what do I mean by that? I don't mean, you know, usering, because you don't have to use your corners every time. You have to have a good matchup. And what I mean by that, I mean that if your opponent is using a 6'5" Calvin Johnson, please do not put a 5'10" Rondé Barber or, you know, a smaller Rogers Cromartie on Calvin Johnson. You will get mossed. You need to put someone like Richard Sherman. You need to look at the size of your corner, because size actually does matter, especially with this spectacular catch. If they have Odell, yes, put your Rondé Barber or Rogers Cromartie or Pat Pete. But if they have Calvin Johnson, expect to get mossed, okay? Because, I mean, I don't know how many times I hear my friends complain about, he just mossed me. With who? Calvin Johnson. Oh, you mean that 6'5" receiver? Of course he's going to moss you. What are you thinking? Put a Richard Sherman on him, see if he does that. It's called a face catch. Most of you don't know what that is. But, you know, I'll talk about that in another video. Now, of course, another thing that you have to have is a scheme. You always have to have a scheme no matter what. If you're playing man defense, make sure you get some good man corners. But, you know, don't be afraid to bounce it out a little bit. Get some, you know, corners that can play zone every now and then. Make sure you're positioning your corners in the right position, you know. Place your fast, you know, corners in the slot or in the nickel, so you know you can cover the slot receivers. Put your shutdown corners on the outside, so you know they have great matchups. You gotta switch it up every now and then. You gotta play with your defense to learn the best way, you know, to cover the secondary. And of course, with a great scheme, you have to have great play calls. If your opponent comes out with 4 receivers, and you know he's gonna call it 4 verticals. Please do not call a cover 2. Just stop what you're doing right then and there, because he's just going to throw it down the middle and he's going to burn you for a good 50 yards. You have to know how to switch it up at the line. Call an audible, call a cover 3, cover 4, you know, play zone, play man D. I don't care what you do, but you have to switch it up every now and then, alright? And the thing is, when you call your plays, don't be afraid to take risks. Like I told you in that sack video, you got to have balls to steal. Same thing with interceptions. You don't always have to press triangle and go up for the ball. Sometimes if you're playing, let's say you're playing like a cover 4, alright? If you're playing zone, press X, play the receiver, and let, you know, the computer or let your safety come up and make the play for you. Sometimes it's better to be safe than sorry. And you'll be surprised. There have been times where, you know, the guy I'm playing against, he just throws it up there, and all I do, I just play the receiver. I just press X, tackle the receiver, the ball gets popped up, and that's an easy interception. But that's all I got for you guys today. Like, comment, subscribe if you found this video helpful if you liked it. Dislike if you did not, and I will see you guys later. Peace.